Hello and welcome to Temtalk, a podcast about the creature collection MMO Temtem. I'm your host this week, Pres B. Kennedy, joined as always by the wonderful and lovely Gaijin Boo, and we have a special guest with us this week that one I'm very excited to have on and introduce. We have Saber TTV joining us, or I think she likes to go by
Yep.
Saber.
Yeah. Saber
um,
Saber sounds awesome. Yep.
so, Gaijin, how you doing today? Saber, how you doing today?
We'll let Saber go first.
Oh, thank you, guys. And well, pretty excited about this fantastic episode of Temtalk happening today. So I feel great. I feel great. Thank you so much, guys, for having me in this episode. Thank you. I feel great.
And for anyone who doesn't know who Saber is, she is a wonderful content creator from the Temtem community. She live streams on Twitch. She hosts a butt ton of tournaments for the community. And she also competed in the first season of the Academy, which was super
True.
cool
True.
watching her
True.
come up through the ranks and stomp on the
Yeah. Yep.
competition.
May I add the
But
little thing about this? May I say that?
yes,
I
yes, go for it.
yeah, okay. I actually started playing PvP and I am what I am at the moment thanks to Presby. So guys, yeah, no, I really need to say that. So thank you so much, Presby. And your academy was awesome. I really learned a lot, all the bases and stuff, talking about PvP. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yes,
that's OG
and
back.
I think one of the things that you're probably most known for in the community right now, you run the relaxing Sunday tournaments, which are always fun to just put on and vibe out to on a Sunday. But speaking of PvP, that is going to be one of our main topics for tonight. I didn't spoil it for you guys. I don't know if you or Gaijin saw the episode title. The episode title for
Mm.
tonight is NagaEZ, because we had three decently sized tournaments this weekend between Plus OP's his league qualifiers, Subaki Chan's best of three tournament, and then Saber your
I circuit. Yeah.
Sunday tournament. And the finals of every one of the games on both sides of the bracket, on both sides of the finals, every single team had a NagaEZ on it. Every single team. And this is probably one of the metas that is the most detrimental for NagaEZ because we have electric and digitals running around so much. And the fact that every team had a NagaEZ and the Tim saw successful plays, it blew my mind this weekend. It literally blew my mind. So I can't wait to pick apart your brains and get your thoughts on them. But with that, let's jump into before we get to our main topic. We'll talk about that later.
Let's just skip over how Gaijin Boo's doing, how he's been,
You know
and
what,
move
Gaijin?
right into
I'm gonna
it.
throw it to you. How
Nope.
are you doing, Gaijin?
Nope.
And what have you been up
I'm
to
over
this
it.
week?
I'm over it. We're moving along. We're moving along here.
All
Let's
right,
see.
Gaijin. So we're gonna kick off our segment.
You want to
What have we
send
been
me
up to this week?
the you
And-
want to send me the document because you never did that apparently. I thought you did, but I don't have it.
Okay, I can send it to you right now. While I'm sending it to you, let the people know what you've been up to.
None of your business apparently. It doesn't matter.
None of my business. Oh my goodness gracious.
We're not going to worry
Rip.
about
My
Gaijin
word.
Boo today. This is all about Kennedy. Kennedy. Oh, and by the way, everybody, so we've got Ripto Jr. and Snowman 1.0. Kennedy is not doing the Academy anymore as of right now. I don't know if it'll ever happen again. I hope that at some point the Academy returns in some shape or form.
Yeah, I definitely do want to bring it back when there is a need and call for it. I just feel like we can talk about this later. Let's talk about this in the post show.
And now I would like to say, yes, it is only one capital T. For anybody who is new to Temtem, who is playing Temtem, it is Temtem with one capital T at the beginning. There is not one in the center. It is a very very common typo. Very commonly not typed correctly. You'll see it in like 20 different stream titles. It happens every day, and every day Ya cries a little bit. So get your capitalizations correct. 1T, start the word.
Gaijin, I did send you the show notes. I sent
Sure
them on
did.
Gilded and
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah, I got it.
So what have you been up to, Gaijin? How was your week in Temtem?
It was okay. Another Lumaless side park. To be fair, I didn't hunt nearly as much as everybody else, so I didn't work hard enough to deserve it, most likely. But yeah, another Lumaless side park. We are on gosh, what is it now? I want to say, wait, I figured it out last night. January 19th was my last Luma. January 19th.
I want
a lot
you,
of time.
Gaijin, I want you to go back to every Temtem episode where you said you're done with Park.
Yeah.
And
we need to.
But no,
we do need to make a montage of me saying this every single week, and then going back, or even saying it from Side Park.
You deserve a Luma, no matter how much work you put into it, Gaijin. In my heart, every day of the week. So sucks you didn't get the OB10 or the OB2. Obi-Wan, but evolve. I mean, I'm assuming you're gonna evolve it if you did get it.
Maybe.
Saber,
but it's Obi-Wan.
Fair enough. Saber, how about you? What were you up to this week in Temtem? How was your week?
So basically, I didn't spend any minute in the side park. I really wanted to. Yeah, okay. I really wanted to because I really like both Ampling and Obi-Wan, but I really didn't have the time for that. But I hope a lot of people in the chat found what they wanted. I was working on the on the circuit that we started last Sunday as the first one of the 4 episodes, let's call them like that, and they will end up with a monthly, but we will talk about that later. And I've been helping some people building their new teams, helping there for dojo rematches. So yeah, we still are working a lot on the PvP side of things, but yeah, that was an amazing week, and I hope this one is going to be even better than the previous. Talking about some good news happening later. Yep.
Yeah, for me this week, I need everybody to get on Twitter and at Tsubaki-chan. He owes me a Luma Ori. I got a Ori radar, and I got it to 312. And I just got into the 10 times odds, and I was watching Tsubaki's tournament, and it was I think it was Turby versus Trotter in Tsubaki's tournament, and Turby tried something like so crazy that I was like, wait, what? And I completely forgot what I was doing, went back to my radar and ran from 2 Oris and broke the radar. And I was like, no, I was right there. But I don't know.
How easy it is to blame other people for our downfalls. Yes.
I'll get
Let's
another.
not take responsibility for anything.
Yeah, totally not my fault. I've never ran from a Luma. I've never ran from a Luma, and I haven't. Yeah, I haven't started. But yeah, other than that, I bred a bunch of Temtem this week, and I am getting things ready for Plus's auction on Wednesday night. I'm hopefully gonna be able to sell about 3 really fancy Temtem. So hey, if anybody needs a mix with Surge, hit me up.
Nice. So you've been breeding some mixes. Good.
Yes, I got mixes, Velashes, perfect Nimitz, ? So it's a good place for me. All right, with that, let's talk about a lot of crystal fur. Let's talk about this week's reset. Gaijin, if you want to pull that up on stream,
you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would like that. Speaking
Classic.
of Sci Park, Gaijin, do you want to go over this week's Sci Park? If you don't want to, I can.
This week's Sci Park is interesting. I was honestly not expecting Scarwat, to be completely honest, but that's pretty exciting to me. I love Scarwat. Scarwat's Luma and Scarvolt's Luma are just so good. I might actually full on hunt Scarwat in park this week.
I'm gonna give you guys a preview of next week's Temtalk episodes. Sci Park's a scam.
I don't think I've honestly ever called Sci Park a scam. I just talk about how I didn't get a Luma. I'm just speaking the truth. That's all. And then you got these people. Oh, let me just walk in here for 5 minutes. Hey, I got a Luma. But yeah, we've got Scarwat and we've got Volvir. They both have 100% spawn rates. The Luma ratio is obviously 1 because it's an SV week, and the minimum SVs on these are nuts. I can't believe Scarwat's is 30. That's just absurd. If you were to find a Luma Scarwat this week, its stats would be disgusting, or even a Volvir. And they both have a 10% egg technique, which is pretty good. It's not 15, but 10% is better than 0 or 5, so we'll take it.
And I mean, 25 cards, like, good lord, you can get yourself so many.
Yeah, that's what's that? That's 100 a card, is that?
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, they're usually a bit higher than that, so that's pretty good. So you can, even if you're just doing breeding, these are pretty good rates right here, and stats. So you could probably breed down some decent Scarwats or Volvirs, because Volcrane now with Stone Trench, disgusting move. I hate dealing with that move in the layers. Stone Trench is disgusting. It is such a good move, but boy, oh boy, is it disgusting.
I want to throw some information out. One of the viewers, Kahazar, says best Scarwat is 47 speed because it underspeeds NagaEZ. I don't know if that's true, but for anyone listening, if you're breeding Scarwat out there, definitely look at Temtem.
I'd like to see it underspeed a water custodian NagaEZ.
True.
Saber, what do you think about this week's Sci Park? Oh wait, Gaijin, you didn't read the. Oh, you did read the Volvir one. What do you think about this week's Sci Park, Saber?
Yeah, I'm not actually excited about Volvir, to be fair. Even if, like Gaijin was saying, the new move from Volcrane is actually pretty good, and we also saw a little bit of Volcrane action in the last tourneys, if I don't recall it wrong. But yes, Scarlet is definitely good. Also, playing against it is, it's not that good. So I really like. I mean, I don't think I will go full odds on that, but if I was a fan of Scarlet, I will give it a try. Yeah, I'm not a fan of of Sci Park. Guys, I'm so used to it. Yeah, sorry. It's just like, because, but yeah, I would go for the Scarlet, actually. Yeah, absolutely. I was saying Scarlet and Sci Park, and then it was Scam Park, but yeah.
You just can't beat the Luma for Scarwat, though. I think Scarwat's Luma is really spicy. The purple and
gold it is pretty.
Looks so good. Which makes me a little sad about Lodal. Like, I wish Lodal had more than just purple. It really disappoints me when a Luma has a singular color, or different shades of a singular color that just kind of all blend together.
The Toolcan radar, or not radar, Luma, I just wish it had a more diverse color palette on it. But I'm kind of close to Saber here. It's going to be a cold day in the down below when you catch me running through the Sci Park grass. I agree with you both. Like, Scarwat's super pretty, but 1x Luma odds, it is an increase because it's like a 40% spawn ratio in the wild. So it is a higher spawn rate, but ooh, that's I might go for just a little bit of breeding furt and just spend 25 cards and see if I get any like double 50 SV 7 furt things. Other than that,
Boom. First encounter, Luma, and then all you'll hear is Kennedy talking and singing the praises of how great Psypark is and how he's only gonna go during SV weeks.
You know, I'm somewhat of a Luma hunter myself now, so I'm kidding. Saber, do you have this pulled up? Do you want to read the free Tem rewards for everyone?
Okay, yeah, sure thing. Okay. So we have, like, guys, for the free time, we got the 40 releases. We got a peach candy. 12 peach candy actually. I don't know if I would do that for that, but we got like a growth enhancer for 125. Well, sorry, actually 2 growth enhancers, 2 mulberry dye. Guys, do you know what's the mulberry dye? The color? Is it like
I
something
don't.
about
I'll
blue?
Google search what a mulberry is, and maybe I.
Okay, we got, but for that, 2 of them will be 300 releases, and then for the maximum, actually, let's say, amount for the rewards, 420, we got the lead DNA strain.
Couldn't they have given us 69 Pansons instead of a Lithe DNA strand or Leith DNA strand?
Yeah.
I mean, then at least it would have been 42069, because then people could at least enjoy that. But a Lithe DNA strand is absolutely useless. You know, I don't know if you guys are listening to this weekly or not anymore, Crema, but let me tell you, whoever did this, whoever does this every week, the DNA strand,
no,
I want them to come onto this show, and I want to have a word with them, because I'm sick of DNA strands. We get plenty from the layers now. Okay.
Yeah, same. I got 5. I got 5 of them in a row. Yes, no, 2 days ago I got 5 of them in a row. I said, "Wait, where are my hacks? Where are my telomeres?" And yeah, I got scammed by the layers again. 5 times in a row, guys.
I'm going to run a charity event trying to connect unloved DNA strands with breeders who appreciate them. So if anybody wants to donate their DNA strands, we'll find them a good home. Because this week I definitely used all of my Pansons and all of my strands on my account.
So
down
what
to like
Kennedy's saying
20.
is he wants all of your DNA strands, and he's stealing them under the guise of a charity event for other breeders. But really, it's for Kennedy.
I'm not going to complain about more DNA strands circling throughout the community, but I do agree, like 420 for a Lith DNA strand, that's the speed one. Like, that's one of, if not, I'd say that's one of, if not like the most underused one. I guess the attack and the other single SVs, because you'll need at least 2 of these. Would be less used than the Lith, but yeah, it's one of the least used ones because you use it so early in the breeding chain, and then you don't need it anymore later in the chain. So that's something. I probably won't be free temming this week. I'll probably just I will be hunting mimets so I can keep breeding off.
So you will be free temming mimets.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be free temming for rewards. So any rewards this week are just going to be like candy on top of like the Mimit releases. With that,
literally too, because you'll probably get at least peach candy.
Yeah.
So at least candy on top.
Yeah. And well, I don't know. I've been doing ever since I've got my teleporter. I've been doing my postal service every single day. I'm rolling in the candy. Like you can call me Willy Wonka.
You guys like how I got him distracted off of the Koish of the week?
All right. So the mental Koish, in the lodge this week. There was somebody actually in one of these tournaments running a really really cool triple mental team. Running mental Koish, and it was actually Turby, and he took Tsubaki Chan's best of 3 tournament. This thing has access to matter teleport. With iridescence, it becomes one of like the only 2 digital tanks in the game, and then it also just tanks so many things really well with iridescence. It's Actually, surprisingly not bad at all. So definitely, if anybody wants to experiment around with it, you have the opportunity to get some mental coish for this week.
The only
Any
bad thing
thoughts
is that
on? Go ahead.
on
Go
the
ahead.
koi. I was just saying that if you're playing that kind of koi, just don't stay in front of a whirlwind from Oshiara. Just that. But yeah, like you were saying, you can tank basically everything else. Yeah, but not poor. No, don't leave it in front of an Oshiara. Don't do that.
Yeah, the weird thing about the iridescent koishas is just remembering which ones, and that a lot of them have big weaknesses to water as a
Yep.
typing, and it's just like in my brain when I was watching, it's like, why is he? Oh, yep, because there's a water Temtem on the other side of the
Yeah.
field. It doesn't like that.
It's
And
afraid to get
iridescence, the
wet.
trait.
How do you think? How do you think an iridescent koish swims? You think it hurts?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mr. Rishi says, shaking my head, forgetting about iridescence melee koish as a digital resist. That is true. I forgot about that one.
True.
Yeah, but why would you use melee koish is the question.
Wait, I saw
That's
someone
also
using
true.
that once, guys. I don't remember who this guy was. I remember,
Yeah,
but there was
because they
Kisiwa.
never came back. That's why you don't remember them.
It, it might. I mean,
Pilot.
the
Yeah,
only
there was.
thing I can think the only thing I can think about for melee koish is like a synergy with Size Munch's wreck. Otherwise, I don't know how
True.
much that thing's doing for you. And I guess iridescence as a digital tank gives you some really good options. Okay. But that is the weekly reset. Do either of you have any more thoughts on it before we move on to the news for the week?
It's a weekly
Okay.
reset.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay, so this week has been a pretty low news week. We've only had one little news announcement, and that is that there. And this came from the Humble Games Twitter, and the official Temtem Twitter retweeted it. A company by the name of the Yeti have
The
made
Yeti.
merchandise. Oh, the Yeti.
The
Okay.
Yeti. That's
I
why
thought it.
their
I
like
thought
whole logo is a Yeti.
I thought it was YT as in like
Oh
t-shirt
god.
company.
Oh god.
Like
Yeah.
'cause they make t-shirts. And well,
Well,
anyways,
yeah,
they
but
made
Yeti is in, it's a Yeti, but t-shirts.
that's fair. That's fair. I can hear that one too. But there is
Put the
Temtem
link in
merchandise.
the chat.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yes,
There's
they have
Temtem merchandise.
enamel pins and t-shirts.
Oh, there you go.
I browsed their store earlier today, and I saw it was just a Cypat t-shirt, which is just like, who would do that to themselves? But also the Ori and Zalbian
Okay.
t-shirt actually looks really good.
Yeah, because they're actually
And
in like little like windows, like application windows even.
yeah, and I thought about buying it too. I love that like mint green color. I kind of
It
wish it was like
is
more of a
very
neon green,
nice.
but yeah, it's a pretty color. But we got merch, and I'm just waiting for when Krima like releases a place where we can officially buy plushies, because those are going to sell out so quick. I would
So
like
dang
want two
quick.
plushies of so many different
Yeah.
Tims.
I need the Capretta plush. I need that.
Yeah,
I really need
I,
Capretta plush.
I don't know if anybody sees.
I hope they will
Yeah,
do that.
this Maisie pin as a tee would be really cool. I'm surprised they didn't do like t-shirts for all the starters too. It's a little surprising, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Krima's focus is just on getting the game finished and produced before,
Yeah.
Merchandising and marketing it, which I guess that's a fair strategy. Because I know there's a lot of people in the community who would love a lot of merch for this game. But I just wanted to share that to get that out there. Did either of you have any more to say on that before we jump into some of these juicy tournaments and community events?
Oh, let's go. I think we're good.
Okay.
Yep, let's go.
Saber, I'm gonna move your tournament to last, because we're gonna talk about your tournament and then your tournament series.
Absolutely.
So this weekend, there were lots of Temtem tournaments, lots of people playing competitive. The ones that I personally watch, I watch Plus OP's Airborne Archipelago League qualifier number 3. It was a fantastic tournament, and it came down to Tsubaki-chan versus Senior Platt. And my partner is not really into competitive Temtem, but even this one ended up catching her attention, where we were kind of like watching and betting and predicting, and we're just like, what is going on? It was like these matches were down to the wire in so many of these matches. But it was Senior Platt versus Dave Goblino in the finals, and Senior Platt took it 2-1. And this is going to mark our first final of the weekend with NagaEZ and NagaEZ on both sides of the team. I don't know if either of you had an opportunity to watch it. I don't know if there's any standout moments you guys want to mention.
I did
I
not
just
get to watch any tournaments at all.
Oh, I haven't watched the Plus OP one because it was too late for me, and yeah, it's like it finished when it was like 5 a.m. for me in the morning. So unfortunately, I didn't.
Okay, so the crazy thing about this one,
Hmm?
their teams were so hyper similar. Like, I'm gonna say their teams, but it's almost a mirror match. Almost. Senior Platt was running Nidrasil, Mashuk, Noxolotl, NagaEZ, um, Ragnet, uh, Nature Koish, and Mimit. And Dave Goblino was running Nidrasil, Mashuk, Noxolotl, NagaEZ, Ragnet, um, Yowler, Kinu, and then the Turok as his
Mm.
third Temtem. And so the only difference in these teams was like the bottom 3 Temtem. But these matches, the way they played out, like it was a game of inches. That said, Toxic's really powerful, Nidrasil really powerful, Mashuk really powerful, and the guys somehow still finding play. Uh, the next tournament that caught my interest this weekend, I watched Tsubaki Chan's best of 3, and this was another one where it was just like there weren't really any sweeps happening. I mean, I guess some people must have been sweeping in the Swiss, but again, these were like 15, 20, 24 turn games where, you know, it came down to the last 2 turns of the match to like really decide it. Um, in the finals, we had Turby versus Setska,
Let's go. Mhm.
and in the semifinals, we had Turby versus Trotter. And again, this is another tournament with NagaEZ and NagaEZ on both
True.
sides of the bracket inside of the finals, which was crazy.
Yeah, Naga is
No,
bad. Naga is bad.
I said it before Sipanku happened. I said that, you know, Temtems like NagaEZ are just going to be played more like mix. They're still going to be really good. People are just going to be much more careful about how they play them, when and where they put them in, and all that. Because, you know, now there's more threats. It doesn't make them less usable. It just means you have to be smarter in how you utilize that Temtem.
And the other
Yeah, because
thing that I think is, oh, go ahead, Saber, go ahead.
I was just saying that even when you lose the Deceit Aura turns, you can still use it Naga for her purpose, right? So for countering basically the aggro and stuff in the back. If you, of course, if you're not facing anything very bad for that, such as I don't know the Obian or like you were saying, all the digitals and electric, you can easily use Naga also without Deceit Aura. So yeah, I still think that Naga is still good at the moment, and especially if you go back a little bit into the tournament from Plus, the Dave Goblino versus Senior Platt, you were saying that the two teams were pretty similar, right? But there
Yes.
was something that was basically protecting the Naga was the Regnet, which was basically, of course, was a electric custodian. So that couple in particular, I think it's working pretty well. But yeah, for example, into the Tsubaki's tournament, we don't see that couple, but still, yeah, Naga still works by herself, staying on the battlefield. So yeah, I totally agree with you both, guys.
I think the other thing that kind of makes it so insane, right now, that it can be played in so many places is reactive file. where
True.
it's
Yeah.
pretty hard, if you're not like thunder striking into guys to one shot kill it. And if it takes like one hit and activates that reactive vial, it just plays into its counters so well and pressures them off the board with all of the damage from like a madness buff. And like that item is just terrifying what it's doing with NagaEZ. So that said, that is why our episode title is NagaEZ. Just get yourself one. Put Active Vial on it. Go press beta burst and and
Enjoy the game.
madness buff. See
Yeah.
how you do.
Oh, little
um,
notice, but we'll talk about that later. It was from Little Asia, Naga. I remember a nice move on that Naga, but yeah, if we're talking about that later, no worries. I will keep that for later.
Okay. The last thing I wanted to. Oh, well, that was all I wanted to mention about those tournaments. So
Mm.
getting into your tournament, Saber,
Yeah.
you had the. I don't know what the name of this was. So I think it was your first weekly, or if it was a relaxing Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. No, no,
Um,
no. This was the first weekly. Yeah, the first weekly of the circuit. Yeah, so it's basically called a Saber TTV circuit, and that was the first weekly. We'll have 4 weeklies, and then the monthly at the end of this month. So yeah, this was the first one, and yeah, so we want to talk about a little bit the final. We had Scallywag versus Little Asia, or basically Voldemort versus Ricky Tan. For people who know them, yeah, yeah.
and
Um,
neither one of those are good players. No idea how they got to the finals. So I kid.
yeah, absolutely. Awesome plays we saw there. Also pretty long games, especially from Scally. You know that he's a very good stall and control player. So we saw very nice moves there. And talking
I
about Little Asia, yeah,
I
go on. Sorry,
I want to just make a joke real quick. Friend of the
go
show,
on.
Mr. Rishi, knows we love him. Knows we love him, but I tuned into this tournament and you spectated him in the or in the Swiss. And
Was
then I
great.
think you spectated like one of the only matches he lost in the Swiss, and then you spectated him in the top cut. And I think Mr. Rishi was playing baseball while everybody else was playing
Cool.
Temtem. Like there was a turn where there was a Tim that was threatening his board.
Mhm.
He had a Tortonite completely killed on the enemy
Versus
side.
Troll. That was versus
And
Troll. Yeah, I can remember
yeah,
that. Okay. Yeah, it
and
was versus Troll.
he doomed the Tortonite, and I was like, just crystal spike the other slot, Mr. Rishi. And I think that turn lost it for him. But it was like I love watching Mr. Rishi play in tournaments because it's like he's such a good player. And
Yeah.
then sometimes, he just ints and it's just like, I could be good too. I'm like Mr. Rishi. I int a lot.
I hope he's still here though. Hope he's still here so he can reply. I guess that was awesome.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I'll message him later. But
We
it was
love
fun watching him compete.
Yeah, yeah. Like I
So
was
were there any highlights from this tournament you wanted to
yeah, the other thing that I was saying was about Little Asia, Naga. There was particular move in that move set that was H slap. So
Oh yeah, I
yeah,
did remember seeing that. I was like, "What?"
I actually try to understand that why, but if we see the whole team from Little Asia, we can see that apart from Naga itself, everything and Mix, everything is just physical. So that actually makes sense. A slap into something else. It definitely makes
Yeah,
sense.
and something Gaijin said earlier, how you can kind of run Naga in the same position as Mix. Mix also has
Mm,
the potential for humiliating slap. So I don't know
true.
if that was kind of like his game plan there of just like always have your one mental on the back that can, assist all your physical attackers. Um, But in any case, it was fun to watch. I don't think I caught the finals. I came back for these, and I've got to go and rewatch these matches. I watched a lot
Oh
of the
yeah.
brackets, and Scallywag's OB10 was doing work. Like the amount of defense and protection that Tim just brings to a board with all of the evade that it can put on everything. Oh, it makes me really excited for the rest of this Sapanku
Special,
meta as it develops.
special mention also for Saku actually, especially I think it was game two. Saku put in there a lot of effort. I remember that Saku was just doing awful things uh to Riki there. So yeah. Saku also good to people notes and say that Saku can still be good actually if you can support it pretty. Yeah,
Salad's not dead yet.
true,
Um,
true. Well,
so
certain.
there was other big news you had for us, Saber, with your tournament league. We mentioned this last Temtalk episode, that all of your tournaments were going to build into each other. And did you have
Yeah.
some time to tell us about how that works and the dates and more information about the league?
Yes, absolutely. So basically, guys, this league is about four tourneys. Okay, so the first one was actually last Sunday, and we saw that. The next one is on next Sunday on the 9th. Okay, and the other two episodes, call them like that, will be on the 15th, which and that would be pretty particular because we will have the joust for that. I can talk about that a little bit later, and the last one will be on the 22nd, while the monthly will be into a date between the 29th and the 30th. So each of this weekly will have a base prize pool from 150 provided from us, plus the entry fees. There will be like 7.5. So we take 5K from each entry fee to the weekly prize pool, and the 2.5 from each player will go to the monthly. And the monthly is on invitation from the top four of each weekly, and the monthly will be completely free with all the prize pool made by all these weeklies plus our contribution, like always, from the base of 150 plus the donation that that people sometimes give us, and they're so kind to us. So we put everything into the prize pool. So this is the first circuit we're making, and I hope to see a lot of people in there, and hope everybody will have fun with that.
Yeah, and I
So
do want to say too that these are pretty high quality like content that you bring to the community. I appreciate all the overlays and assets that you
thank
made
you.
for them. But also on top of that, I was just like stopping in the other day to watch the tournament. I was like, is that my boy Quarter casting?
Yeah,
This is such a treat on a Sunday. I just get this really nice presented
yeah,
tournament. I get the
yeah.
acoustic stylings of Quarter. It was great.
Yeah. We also have fantastic, friends. I mean, I call them friends because they are actually friends and casters with us. We had JT, we had Quarter, we also had, we will have also other, let's say, new people to casting. And yeah, we always have a lot of support from a lot of people. So I am very proud and happy to share the love with everyone. So yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And so the next tournament is
On
th-
Sunday.
this Sunday, which will be May 9th for anybody
Nine.
listening to this.
Yes. If you wanna, I can
And I
put.
believe didn't you put it on the event calendar on Fortnite's garden?
Yes. Everything is on the calendar already. Yes, everything is there. Yep.
Okay, cool beans. Yes, it is there. We link that in the show notes, so it will
Yep.
be in our show notes for
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
who
Oh,
wants to.
thank
Oh,
you.
go ahead.
May I add one thing? Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
sorry,
definitely go
remind
for
me
it.
that in the chat. Yeah, I was talking about the joust that will happen in 2 weeks. So we used to run that. Let's say weird type of tourneys, basically our normal competitive tournaments, right? Normal PvP, but with the different weird rules. And we actually ran them from January to basically the end of Kisiwa, and they were pretty successful. When the meta gets a little bit, let's not say stale, but people want to try new things, right? And they just wanna try new combinations of tem and stuff. There you go. You have the joust. So jousts are just tournaments with different rules. So we had the one with the double types, then we had the other one with the speed limitations, and we had a lot of them. And this one is going to be pretty POG, because of course with Sipanku edition we have new Tems and new combination of types that are going to be added to the, let's say, pool of Tems usable. And we're going to put again the dual type, which is
So
the
every
dojo
Tim has to be
master.
dual type?
No, that's not the. I mean, that's not
Okay.
the rule. It's called Dojo Masters. It means that the rule will be that your whole team, okay, must share maximum of two types. So, for example, if you choose, let's say, Crystal and Wind, okay, so all of your teams in the team must share at least one of those two types, okay. So you cannot play, let's say, Yukama if you choose Crystal and Wind, okay, because that tem is not sharing one of those two. But you can play Banshee, you can play Mix, you can play Gaialis. So all of your tems must share at least one of the two types you choose. And I think this is one of the best gels we've had so far. We also had one last month, which was like a
Yeah, this
tournament trio that was like a big success. So we wanted to bring at least one joust in the whole in the whole circle of weeklies. So that's why we decided to put that as third one. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was saying I did watch one of these jousts before, and I think we had someone on the show right after it who was like talking about their experience in the joust, and I did say to myself, I want to compete in the next one with
Oh,
the
nice.
duo typings.
Uh,
So I this one's on May 15th,
15.
and
It's a Saturday. Yeah.
yeah, I will. If I'm not working that day, I'll definitely be looking into competing for
Let's
that.
go.
Oh, that's a
I
Saturday.
will
Yeah,
say
boom.
that
Yeah,
I
it's a
competed in the last one before Sipanku, and it was a lot of fun.
Saturday.
It was really fun. It was interesting. I feel like it puts people on a little bit more of an equal footing. Even if you're not as talented, I feel like people having to work around just two types kind of puts more experienced players at us. I don't know. I wouldn't say a disadvantage. Just they're not used to playing, because I went up against some people, because like the types that you choose can have a huge advantage into whoever you're playing against. For example, when I was playing, I believe it was Pod Duke, or maybe it was oh man, I can't remember who I versed in
Water,
that tournament.
probably.
No, I
Remember
forget.
the
I
team
forget who it
was
was, but they had a neutral team, and they were all physical attackers. And I had 2 or 3 Temtem with tenderness, and it just completely disabled them. And they didn't have any moves that would do super effective damage, and they were all physical attackers, and I happened to luck out and have a bunch of tenderness on my team, so I just gave them the tendy sandwich, and it was
Yeah.
Hit him
GG's
with
from
the
that
chicken
point.
tendies.
Yeah, the matchups are pretty important. But yeah, like Gajin was saying, if you can build your team pretty good, you cover some weaknesses, you can definitely do good. But I am pretty curious about what people are up for this time, because we'll have also the digital type, right? So things are getting more juicy. Let's say that.
Yeah, digital type is so scary to bring too, though. It's got a lot of weaknesses to it,
Uh,
but
but I think someone will
those
do that.
digital Tims are powerful.
Yeah.
Digi Threat was like tearing apart Tsubaki's tournament, which is a one hold digital move, and it deals like 100 base damage. But if it has mental synergy, it dooms the enemy Temtem for 3 turns, which is
Mhm.
like an incredibly fast doom. So but yeah, I'm excited to see how this league progresses. We'll be watching in bated breath on Temtalk, and then ideally, Gaijin and I will get to compete in some of these upcoming matches.
Yep. Thank you,
For
guys.
you, is there anything that's like really exciting or that like really made you want to put on a tournament league?
Okay, so let's say that let's start from the basis, right? So I started as like I said, with your academy, actually falling in love with the PvP in
That makes me
Temtem,
very
right?
happy.
Yes, yes. Then I also experienced some, casting and stuff. I said, hey, I really love like PvP in Temtem, like let's say uh 360 degrees, right? So I really love, everything about PvP. I mean, me playing, watching, casting, analyzing, and I said, hey, community, especially for Europeans, because actually the plus OP circuit is awesome. I really love it. But there were some people like me, for example, that they were not able to play because it was starting like late at night. So I said, okay, let's see if we can give people with a different time zone, and but also for Americans, for people who want to enjoy tournaments in a different time zone, right? Let's see if we can give them some good content, some good fun, some good PvP action. And there you go. Why we wanted to do the league. That was the first goal, the first objective of that. But yeah, of course, I also have fun. That's basically my passion. That it's it's everything mixed in, and yeah, that's why there is a. Thank you guys. That's why. That's why.
Hey, and the more
And
content that's out there for the community, the better.
yeah, thank
I feel like there are so many aspects like of the Temtem community, but out of all of them, I think the one that's probably the most visually vocal is the PvP scene, and like it's what brings people to the game. And it's what drives viewership on Twitch, which helps more people find Temtem, and it gets more people talking and thinking about it. And so I'd say the more tournaments we're running, like the better, because even I don't play a lot of PvP, but I watch and analyze a lot of PvP, and it just fills my brain with the goodness of just like so much. I don't know. It's like I was born in a house where my mom just keeps the TV on in the background as we do
you.
stuff. And it's just like I like content on in the background that I enjoy. And it's just like, oh look, there's a tournament I can watch. Oh look, there's a match I can watch. Oh look, there's a stream. So the more we're doing to grow the scene, the better and happier I am about it. Um, with that, let's
Yep.
look to get out of here for the afternoon slash evening. Let's hit them with some closing and plugs. Uh,
Yep. Yep. And we also
I'm
have the
going.
good juicy news later before closing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
and
that'll
I'm
happen
gonna throw
after
the.
the plugs, right? Yeah,
Yep.
the turn 30.
Yep.
Gaijin, Saber and I kind of nerded out about PvP for the last 15 minutes. So I'm gonna throw it to
Yeah.
you.
Sure.
What are you up to this week, Gaijin? What's going on? Where can the people? Well, you don't have to tell the people where they can find you. It's in the show notes. But what are you up to this week?
My physical address is
um. Uh...
yeah, you guys can find me all the usual locations: twitch.tv/it's gaijinboo, twitter.com/it's gaijinboo, everywhere basically it's gaijinboo. ITSGAIJINBUU.
Gotta love that synchronization of the
Yep.
platforms. For myself, this week as always, I'm doing storytelling content, D&D on my Twitch account, twitch.tv/presbkennedy. I actually have a little bit of free time this coming Sunday, so I might look to stream some random video game. Definitely either follow me on Twitter or jump into the Discord and catch that schedule. But yeah, would love to see you hanging out. Saber, how about you? What are you up to this week? Where can the people find you?
Yeah, so basically, guys, you find me every day streaming on my channel, which is twitch.tv saber_Twitch TV. I'll be streaming, yeah, for the whole week, except on Saturday, and yeah, also on Sunday for the second weekly we're having, and also Thursday we have a very nice announcement that we'll talk about that in a bit. So yeah, every time you find me there, and also on the Discord and on the Twitter too. I also have a Twitter. I don't tweet too much, but I also have a Twitter. It's same name, Saber Twitch TV. Yep.
And just to
Finally,
clarify, it is Saber_TTV. So just in case anybody's looking for
it's
Twitch
Saber_Twitch
TV.
TV.
Wait, is it typed out?
No, wait.
No.
I took this link.
It is
I
Twitch
took this
TV.
link earlier.
Weird. I always thought it was Saber_TTV on your for some reason. I thought your Twitch was always TTV. That's that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because I am
wrong.
TTV on Twitter, but I could not put that name on Twitch.
Oh, somebody already had it?
Oh, yeah, already have it.
Those monsters.
Yeah. I actually wanted to call myself just Saber, but of course I couldn't. So I said, okay, I put the thing there after. And
so everybody disregard me. It is Saber_Twitch TV.
Yep.
Yes, and again, I've brought up my production quality for the notes documents. So everybody we bring on in the notes documents, I will have links to their stuff in the bottom of the document, and this is going to be in anywhere you're watching this show. You'll be able to click into the Google Doc and see the notes that we see. So yes, definitely check out Saber. If you ever want to hang out with us live, we stream this show every Monday afternoon at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I learned 10:30 p.m. UTC time. You can watch us on twitch.tv/temtalkshow. And I forgot to do listener questions. I did check them before the start of the show. We didn't have any listener questions, but if you ever want to write into the show, you can write into us at temtalkshow@gmail.com. We love questions.
And one last thing, I would like to say that the magnificent Tem.team will also be running tournaments. So you can find them on Twitter. And I'm not sure exactly how everything's going to work. They're still getting it all organized right now, but Tem.team will also be doing some tournaments coming up.
Yes, hopefully. I think Gajin is in too, right? You're in for casting, right?
I am a caster, yeah.
Nice. So yeah, we'll be casting too, so yeah.
And we've got Tortonite's Garden linked at the bottom of the document. Always one of the best places to keep up with what's going on in the community. So hopefully they get that listed on all of their dates. I know they have the 3rd listed there. Wait, there's a Temtem Cup today? Oh, okay, interesting. All right, so I'll be looking at that more after the show. But let's get out of here and do our turn 30. Saber, we threw it to you at the top of the show for the turn 30. You've got some great and cool news to share with everybody. Hit us with it.
Absolutely. So guys, I am very honored and I have the pleasure to announce you that for the first time, we will have the Temtem appearing in the DreamHack this year. So for people who actually don't know what a DreamHack is, it's like basically one of the most important esports circuit in the whole world. They already have a lot of nice titles there. You know, there's Valorant, there's Overwatch, there's Hearthstone, a lot of esports title. And I am so honored to announce that we will have Temtem for the first time. And so you would say, okay, what is this about? Oh, okay, I can give you some good information, but the big announcement is coming this week. We'll tell you when. So we will have like it will be divided in like two parts. Okay, so we'll have the circuit, and then we'll have the playoffs. I can spoil you guys that the circuit is starting later this month. Okay, the DreamHack 1 for Temtem, and the playoffs will be played in July, okay? Half of July. And each of the tournament from the circuit and from the playoffs will have a real prize money, so no pansons this time, because of course it's an esports circuit. They will have a real prize money, and there will be like, you know, for starting for Temtem, bringing into the esports scene, that would be an awesome experience. And I am so honored that, you know, we made this possible. Thanks to all the hype, everybody, you know, that they actually saw the community very active. And everybody is just doing a lot for it. So I am very honored and happy to announce this. The dates and all the calendar and stuff will happen on Thursday on my channel. I will be announcing this with the DreamHack organizer. I will have them into my stream. So hope to see you all there on Thursday, guys. It will be at the end of my normal stream. So, guys, hope to see you all there. Hope that this news is awesome. And I mean, yeah, I don't have words. Thank you so much. And yeah,
I
yeah, absolutely.
as a kid, when I was in college, my brother and I, we used to like watch the Dream Hacks religiously. We were big into StarCraft 2, and I just remember, sitting down and watching some of the people go head to head in them, and then League of Legends got added to DreamHack, and that was its own excitement. And so, like, I don't know, hearing this, it's kind of surreal of just like, wait, Temtem
Yeah,
and
yeah.
DreamHack? Okay, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. I was when I said that this was actually when they told me that this is happening and this is possible, this is being scheduled. They give me the date. I said, "Oh my goodness, this is really happening." I was not believing this, but yeah, yeah. It's just because. The community is so active. The whole community is doing everything for the game. So they actually said, hey, this Temtem probably deserves a spot in this, right? And let's give it a try. Let's see how it goes. This is the first one, right? And you never know what's in the future, because there are also a lot of sponsors in the DreamHack, right? So if the sponsors see that the title is going very good, they will have, more and more money, and the price will get bigger in the future, right? So it's
All right,
just
I'm
up
gonna
to
quit
us
my job
making
and
this.
I'm gonna become a professional Temtem player on the DreamHack
Let's
circuit.
go.
Yeah,
I'll
Let's
the
see you
go.
guys
biggest
later.
thing, the biggest thing though here, I think, is that the fact that Temtem is going to get exposure in DreamHack. That is the biggest thing here. I mean, yeah, it's cool that people here could win some money and some win a tournament for DreamHack and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But more people
I
will be exposed to Temtem, and hopefully it will help this game continue to grow, bring in more competitive players, and just in general keep everything here growing and growing and getting bigger.
want to on this subject before we get out of here. I will kind of want to bring up some stories or anecdotes that I think this is the healthiest way for an esport to grow. If anybody remembers Heroes of the Storm, that was
Oh
a
yeah.
game Blizzard developed with the idea of being an esport, and they dumped a bunch of money into the esport scene trying to make it an esport, and it
Yeah.
just flopped. And it's really what makes an esport successful is the communities behind the game, and how much love and work will people put into the game as a community rather than like a company supporting it. So I think that, like, DreamHack kind of seeing of like, oh, the community really loves this thing that they're doing, and it's really completely supported by them. Like, love and appreciate Crema, but
Yeah. Steady,
the tournament
steady
and PvP
natural
scene is
growth.
us.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope
Yeah. So
I
I think this is the best way for it to grow, is just, let it blossom.
yeah, like you said, they're actually now very focused on the game itself, right? So they're not taking care about, let's say, side things like you were talking about merchandise and stuff. But once the game will be full, 1.0, I think they will support that insanely. So I really have faith uh on them, yeah, talking about this kind of things. But yeah, do we want to answer to some people making questions in the chat, or?
Let's get out of here for the recording, and we can do like a post show for 5 or 10 minutes before we all have to
Sound
head out.
Yep,
Thank you
yep.
everybody for listening. This is where the recording is going to end. We will be back next week. We're going to stick around live and do a little post show. But goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for having me. Goodbye, guys.